We're going to show you today how to do a Carolina rig for a saltwater setup. This has a lot of different purposes. Anytime you want to suspend something off the bottom, we've used it for artificial and live bait with great success. The real key here is it gets your bait down low, and in addition, the way we're setting this one up today, it's got a pretty good sound to attract it to when you tap that line. So what you're going to start off with is we're going to use a 1/4 ounce bullet weight. Depending on your setup, you can go heavier or lighter, depending on what kind of action you want to get, depending on what kind of wind, tide, situation you're in, etc. Then we like to go in with a glass bead. And then donut weight. Doesn't need to be too heavy. Another bead. Then we come in with a stainless steel barrel swivel. Stainless steel important, saltwater application. And we're going to go in here and we're going to use our tie fast tool to tie our terminal knot. Directly to the barrel swivel. And go around that 5 times. Wet that line a little bit. And just take your tag in here, clip it off as close as you can get. I've got these great pliers made by Everlast. Just came out here a while ago, and they work great on braid. That's 30-pound braid. Cuts it no problem, nice clean cut. Okay, now that we've got that done, you can see this is our setup. What that's going to do is now we're going to take a fluorocarbon leader, and again, this gives you a nice, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but as that's coming back down, that gives you a really nice sound, great attractant, really drive the trout and redfish crazy with that. So just take your, got some 20-pound fluorocarbon, take about 2 feet, and I'm using 30-pound braid and 20-pound fluorocarbon, not because that's what I necessarily use, depending on my setup, but for purposes of it's a little bit easier to see that. Same thing, we're going to do another terminal knot with our tie fast, going through the barrel swivel. Same scenario, go around that 5 times. If you don't have the tie fast, obviously, any of your terminal knots that you like to use will work with this setup. I just have found, this is like my insurance policy. I never worry about it. If I'm using a tie fast, I don't even think twice about my knots. I know they're taken care of properly. I know they're done right. Run that tag in back through there. Pull that off. Wet your line. There you go. Now you got the shock leader on there. Nice clear fluorocarbon. Love those new pliers. Stainless steel and aluminum construction, don't have to worry about any kind of corrosion. So again, now we've got this nice setup, Carolina rig style. This is a nice color, very successful year-round, depending on your water clarity. Brown lure, devil tail. This is the devil eye lure they make. For the purposes of this rig, we're gonna rig it Texas style, weedless, and we're gonna run that through. And as always, just pull forward on that. Get that hook in there just a little bit. You want to try to get that tail out there, as that tail has plenty of action. Real important thing in saltwater, a lot of guys make a mistake. They use too small of an offset hook. Get a wide gap. You see how wide that gap is there? And that really makes a huge difference. I'm not putting any weight on the end of this. We want this to be very free floating. We want it to have a lot of action. This devil tail's got a lot of natural action. As this Carolina rig is working, that fall of that weight coming down, and as you're bringing that back up, you get that nice clack that attracts them as they're trying to find it. This is making a nice presentation coming down very slowly. Really a good looking presentation. Again, we use this setup for live bait also. Anytime you want to get that bait down low and suspend that off the bottom, this is a great setup. Terminal knot, just coming in here with our tie fast again. We're going to go around it 5 times. Get a little more slack there. Four, 5, 6, whatever you got tail wise, make it work. Just wet that line. This is just a killer presentation. Just absolutely killer. Get a nice free fall again. So you got a little bit of everything. And you take this and you add in some Procure bait scent with it, saltwater formula, and now you've got the sound, the visual presentation, and you've got the scent presentation. And that is the setup, ladies and gentlemen, right there in a nutshell. So there's your sound. Got a nice free floating visual coming down. And if you're using your Procure bait scent on there with your saltwater formula, you've also got the scent. Everything that a fish is looking for when it's making up its mind whether or not it's going to eat a bait. That is a Saltwater Carolina Rig.